Hello and welcome to this tutorial where I'm going to show you how to take your finished saved crossword and make it available to your teacher. Basically submit your crossword and also make it available to the rest of Year 9. I'm also going to show you how to access other students' crosswords once they've followed this procedure. So what you're going to need here is your finished crossword saved as a HTML file. Here's mine. You're also going to need an internet connection. Once you have both those things, you can proceed. So open up Internet Explorer, and I'm going to come over to my desktop. Click. And from here, come down to Home Pages and Page Uploader. Click on Page Uploader. And this takes us to a page where you can upload your own files to your own personal web space stored on the school's internet site. This is what we want to do. So we want to find the file that we're looking for, which I know is stored on my desktop. There it is, Drugs Crossword. You can come up with a better file name than that. Click on Open. It'll just take a second. And there it is. We're going to upload that now. Click on the Upload button. If I scroll down here, here's my crossword file now stored on my own personal web space. Now if I click on this and open it, I'm now looking at my crossword through the St. Ursula's website. You can see the URL here, www.stursulakingsgrove, etc. And this is my own personal web space. I'm not looking at this file opened up. I haven't opened up the file from my desktop. So basically this file is in two places now, one stored on the internet and one stored on my laptop, and it's important that I'm looking at this file through the one stored on my own personal web space. Now highlight the URL, and I want you to copy it, and now we need to paste that URL into a form that I've created on my classes or on the Get Real page on Ning. I'm going to show you both ways. So firstly, on my classes, if I go to my classes and come down to the Get Real page, which is available to everyone in Year 9, there's a link to a Google Docs form in this text and images box here. So if I come down and if I look here, it says click here to submit your Hot Potatoes crossword via Google Docs. Once you've uploaded your crossword to your personal web space, which I've done, copy and paste the URL into this form. So I've copied the URL. I need to open up this form, type in my name and my group members' names, first name and last name please. Select your teacher's name and paste the URL into the text box there and click submit. And that should have worked. Well done, you're finished. However, we need to check it, and before we go and check it, I'll show you the same process using Ning. So if I go to the Ning site and I go to the Get Real page, Get Real 09. Here's Get Real. Now what I've done is I've put, whoops, I'll just refresh that page. There we go. What I've done is I've changed the form that was here. Now this form looks exactly like the one that you would have used to enter your group members' names earlier on in this task. This is a different form now. What you need to do is, it's exactly the same form as what we just saw through my classes, so I'll just enter a bit of gibberish here. Enter your group members' names, select your teacher, and paste the URL into the text box and submit. So basically what I've just done is, as I have submitted my crossword twice, once on my classes and once on Ning, You don't need to do that, obviously. You only need to submit it once. Now, before you go patting yourself on the back, you really should test out the link to make sure that it's all worked properly. And this is also the way that you can look at other students' crosswords. So using Ning or My Classes, this time I'll start with Ning. Just below that form, there's a link, Attempt Other Groups' Crosswords. I'm going to open that up. And this takes me to the spreadsheet summary of the form I've just entered my crossword information into. So here's the name of the group members. This is the one I submitted through My Classes a moment ago, and this is the one I submitted just a few seconds ago on Ning. But there's the group members' names, so that's the way that your teacher can check out or check off who submitted the assignment. Here's the URL, which when we select that cell, a hyperlink box appears, your teacher's name. And just before we go and check it out, I'll show you that each time you submit an entry on that form, a timestamp appears, so your teacher will be able to check out the date and the time that you have submitted this. So please don't be late, submit your crossword on time. But if you come over back to the cell, you can either double click and double click again. You can copy that URL if you want and take it up to the web browser and paste that in, or the simpler way is just to select the cell and click on this box which hyperlinks us to my crossword. And again, it's the same URL as I was looking at before. This is my own personal web space, and here's my crossword, and I'm away. I can start finishing my crossword here. There we go. Check out my score. Oh, I'm doing okay so far. Now, via My Classes, if I just close down and come back here, oops, if I'm going to go back to My Classes, and just beneath the link to the form that we used before, there's a link to that same spreadsheet. So if I just click on it again, there's that same spreadsheet that we were just looking at. So you can do this via Ning, the Get Real page, or the Get Real page on My Classes. Either way is fine, it's exactly the same. Now, as more and more students do this, their URLs, their crossword, or the links to their crossword will appear in here. So ultimately there's going to be something like 44, 45 crosswords that you can have access to. You can have a look at them. You can attempt anyone else's crosswords. Hello. And yeah, we're going to be looking for the accuracy of the information and how challenging your crossword is when we're marking it, but also we're just going to be looking to make sure that you've submitted it on time, and we're going to be making sure that everyone in your group, or everyone in Year 9, is accounted for in the group members' names. So yeah, that's how you do it. If you've tried this out now and you've tested it out, give yourself a pat on the back, and good luck with the rest of the assignment. See you later.